My total revenue was 8.1 million.
I feel that it's turned into probably $20 million for my team total in sales. Oh.
The total revenue from those sales was $1.4 million. So we're exciting.
The last sale, it was a $800,000 sale.
The course has provided me with skills to better help buyers feel more comfortable with purchasing a home in the perceived down market.
I love the fresh approach and practical lessons that my team was able to implement, as well as see results.
This course has been most beneficial to my customers because it's helped me use this new veto program, which I was not familiar with before, and using the buyer's words to actually help them, So you're using the buyer's words, which brings it back to them, which gives them that confidence. Yay!
The course opened up my mind and different thought process of changing my mindset.
The course has been most beneficial to my customers because it has provided me with insight, just seeing the buyer's perspective and helping guide them through the sale.
I feel that the course gave me a new perspective regarding the using the tools that we have already have. For example, buyer testimonials. It's an obviously powerful selling message that I feel that I was underutilizing. Whereas generally I have previously alluded to other buyers, now I have specific examples of current buyers and the success that they have achieved.
I've noticed that I can talk really fast and I like to be controlling the situation, but like we learned, it's not about me, it's all about the customer. When you talk to people and you ask the right questions, they do open up to you and tell you what they're moving away from and what they're looking for.
I mean, when you give people the power to actually work through a process and make a decision, you're doing the best thing you can possibly do for them because it's their process. All I can do is help facilitate it. And so if I'm doing that in a way that allows them to get to the point where they need to get at, to make a decision, even if it's not with me. I mean, certainly we're all, I want the sale to be mine, but if I'm doing the best I possibly can for those buyers and it's not me, then I know I've done the best stuff possible.
It's given me words, I guess, to something we kind of do naturally, but I can at least put a name on it and we can discuss it instead of emotionally. And obviously, I feel that it's turned into probably $20 million for my team total in sales. Oh.
Aside from increasing or beneficial to my family, aside from increasing market share and sales, money is actually secondary to what the training does for us and our skills. I hope to hone them, achieving mastery, which in turn will increase my value to all those that are around me.
Asking them their number one resistance of not buying today. I do that to every buyer now before they leave, and it just opens up a whole new dialogue.
I had a client and she was determined she couldn't get that house, and I knew what she needed, but I also knew what her budget was, and I reframed it and just sold her on another lot that was a smaller home and a price that she could afford. And I just kept coming at her with, what she needs more than what, a $7,000 monthly payment would be for her, which was too high.
Personally, I think it was money well spent. I am a pretty positive person and a problem solver, but even I was having trouble with all the negativity surrounding the housing market and the climbing interest rates. I had already started to try and find the upside to the market, but I found the course and particularly Jason's lessons a real positivity boost. But the most powerful part is that this is not just fluff, it's real logical reasons to buy in a slower market. I know this course helped me to sell at least one more home that I may not have gotten without reframing and deframing.
This course has been most beneficial to me because of the great motivation and uplifting support. I think it, like Charlie was saying too, that every day we're hearing negativity from buyers, buyers' family and friends, and then the media. So this has really pushed us in giving us support to get through our day.
What really makes this job worthwhile for me is the relationship I have with the buyers. And so taking this course and actually learning how to interact with them in the best way possible. And it's not about me, right? So it's about them. And so giving me the tools to actually find out about that sales stage, framing, reframing, how am I going to make them feel better about the process they're undertaking, no matter where they are with the actual sales process.
As a company, we can spend our money to keep our pace up in a lot of different ways, but I'm glad he spent money in this area. I'm pretty sure this comes from his personal experience with the program as well as forward vision for the return on his investment.
So I personally think this is a much better time for a buyer to purchase a home. And I've told people this before, I do my best work in a down market because, you know, whether it's resale agents, whether it's the agents in the business, they all tuck their tail and they say they're, you know, they can't do it. And the reality is this is the perfect time as a sales agent for you to bring your revenue up. So unlimited.
The veto came in very handy. The veto process. When the most recent sale I had, they were supposed to come in and sign the contract, which they did come in. But when we sat down, when we really got down to it, so they immediately go to solar. Solar is an extra cost, right? It's mandatory in new homes in California. So you have to lease it or you have to purchase it. So they all got bad news about solar from people that have solar. And then the wife got up and picked up all her stuff and got her kid and was like ready to walk out the door. But I knew the husband wanted the house. So I had to tell them, I went to veto in my head and I said like, well, what are the advantages of, you know, buying a brand new house versus an older resale? Then she came back and sat down. And so they said, well, we need to think about it. And I said, okay. And the agent was sitting there next to me too. And she, every time I said all the energy efficiency features of the house, she was nodding in front of them. So they said, well, can we have like till tomorrow at 12 o'clock to decide? I said, okay, I'm going to just give it you 12 o'clock. After that, you know, I'm going to have to release the home to the next person. So I walked out the door and they were still there. They saw me and they said, Gail, like the agent goes, are you okay if we come back and review the contract? Right? I go, yeah, let's come back in. So they came back in, we reviewed the contract, and I showed them all the benefits of what they're getting and the price and everything. And they were like so happy and they were like smiling. So at that time I knew I grabbed them. So they signed.
My most recent 3 sales are all came from the first time buyer, all very payment sensitive. So I was able to using the reframe and deframe to help them clear out their issue or calm down a little bit about their worrisome and to help them move them to the purchase.
So I just put that I have unlimited revenue because I'm not going to stop using it. So to me, it's unlimited.
My last 2 sales, part of our quick move-ins that we have here, and that the total revenue from those sales was $1.4 million. So we're exciting.
I had a really successful November, and it's November 16th. Being able to reframe and deframe and turned into buyers that had been sitting on the fence since May, who really didn't need anything until June of next year. Been able to get them to come back, in fact, buy 2 homes. And then that turned into 6 new sales with pulling a buyer from a 2023 closing into a 2022 closing for the company. So my total revenue for sales that I achieved based on just everything that you guys put out there for us, I thank you, was 8.1 million. So I'm pretty happy with that. And Adelia and I are still going strong.
Is mindset, speech, and then our action/behaviors. Thanks for boiling it down to how simple success can be.
challenges are only opportunities. The more you execute these strategies, the more natural the strategies become. And I believe that's something Jason said very often in his classes to us.
I truly believe it's a great time to buy a new home from a new home builder. It's actually the best time. I keep telling buyers, especially those that are waiting for what?
Thank you, FPG.
Your words are a reflection of what you believe. And so I'm looking for the transformation of what you sound like. You're not broken. We're not here to fix you. We're just here to unleash you.